the commitment. If you're, I have no problem with talking to a person talking to another person when they first meet about marriage. That knocks a lot of people off the mind, but in a sense, I heard this before that when you go to the club and you meet a female, in the first 5 minutes, she knows if she's going to sleep with you that night. Okay, if that's true, then in the first 5 minutes, you should know if that you're the person that she wants to marry. In the first 5 minutes, you should know if that's the person that you want to marry. I have no problem. I think there is no problems with somebody when they first meet somebody to talk about lifelong goals or lifelong, commitments. As far as like if that's what you want, because we live in a world today where we don't get to that point anymore. So since we don't, we should talk about it. Since there is so much against us having the, getting to that point, we should really talk about it. I hear people say they don't want to get married because it's a piece of paper, but at the same time, it hasn't been proven that it's just a piece of paper. There is no, I haven't seen it. So I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Somebody please tell me. But I have not seen a long committed relationship out of marriage. And I've seen relationships where they're just baby mom and baby dad, or they're just boyfriend and girlfriend, and they are in an on and off relationship, But I've not seen a committed relationship out of marriage for a long time and say, well, we didn't have to get married to do this. We just, kept doing it and did our thing. I haven't seen that. But like I said, if there is a an example, I want to see it, hear about it, be told, so that I'm definitely proven wrong on that subject. So I mean, for a relationship to last, you have to have that mental commitment. You have to be mentally committed to whatever goes on in the relationship. You guys are going to fix it. Any problem can be fixed. Any problem can be fixed. As far as if that person is, you know, if that person is going to work on it consistently and have the humility to want to learn how to resist that problem that they're going through. A lot of people go through drug problems, anger problems, cheating problems, and they change, and it changes because they changed, because they wanted to. They mentally put it in their mind that they were going to do it, and they changed it for themselves. Me, I went through a long time of cheating, long years of cheating, but I changed it because of the fact that I wanted to. If I was going to be in a relationship, when I realized I wanted a marriage, I said that that was going to be a change that I was going to do. I was always saying when I got married, I was going to change it. But I was like, before marriage, I'm going to change it. So, I have not cheated in relationships for a long time. And I'm going to continue that because that's what I want to do. I don't feel like that is something that I can continue and be right be right for a relationship. I wouldn't be mentally ready for a relationship if I was still doing that. I don't want to teach my kids that that is okay. For my boys, I don't want that to be okay, and for my daughters, I don't want that to be okay for them to do or for them to have someone do to them. So that's one thing that I feel like that I had to change, and I'm willing to change. Even without being with somebody, I'm still going to change it so that when I do get ready to be with somebody forever, that's what I'm going to do. Not cheat, whatever else problems I have, consistently work on that to change it. And the reason I say that the sequence is really important is because this is the number one thing you have to figure. Your body is the last thing that you can give to somebody. You can mentally, you can give somebody respect mentally. You can give somebody emotions. You can give somebody respect. But you cannot give them your body and afterwards give them something else, because that's the last thing that you can get after your body is given. There's nothing else that you can give them. If you think about it in this type of way, when it comes to, you know, conversation with someone, you can stop conversating and come back to the conversating again. When it comes to emotions, you can, be hurt and forgive them and have feelings for them again. When it comes to trust, you can break a trust and come back and earn that trust back again. But when it comes to your body, if somebody destroys your body, you can't come back from that. Once your body is basically destroyed and done, there is no coming back from that. So just to remember how things are going. I mean, I understand I said, there's any sequence, you can have any sequence, but once you have given your body, there is nothing else that they can earn from you. Even love. There's nothing else that they can earn from you, because there are a lot of people that you won't give your body to, that you will give these feelings to, that you will give the respect to, that you will give trust to, but they won't get your body. But the person that does get your body can't get anything else bigger than that after that. Because once you have a kid, that is now somebody else's life. You are giving life to somebody else. So that's the number one thing when it comes to, what you can give to a person when it comes to that, how committed you are to a relationship, how you see that person, how much respect you have for that person. Once a poisoned body is poisoned and done and dead, there is no coming back from that. So the last thing that you actually can give a person is your body. So we have to be aware of that. We have to be aware of the commitment that we give to somebody, because we want the same commitment from them. And I'm talking to the men. Please don't listen to other men telling you that you are young and you have a long life to live. When you flash your eyes, you will be old. I was 16 yesterday. So, just flashing back, I remember a lot of things from when I was a teenager, and now I'm 31. So it goes so quick, and that's a lot of time I can't get back. So we got to think about, how we do things and how committed we are to it. Committed to a person. Loyalty is the number one thing that we want, so we have to give somebody else loyalty too. So be loyal to a person, especially your woman, because there is no person that you work hard for when they show up. I've been on a basketball court, and me and a lot of guys that be on that court surely show our butts when it comes to a woman showing our women showing up to the court. Our our energy level goes from our energy level, our play goes from effort. The effort we put in goes from 100% to 130. We'll try that extra hard to show them that we're the best. We'll show off for them. And if you're willing to do that, you should be able to do that in any type of relationship, like any time in the relationship. So, they are a woman. When it comes to a man and a woman, women are the most important thing to a man when it comes to, life. And, we don't act like that, because there's so much things that are telling us that we can get other women. There's other fish in the sea and all that other stuff. And I feel like women, they think of that us as that too, like the most important thing. But, when you hear that, when you have so many influences and there's a bad guy and there's a bad woman, and they're not committed to you, they're not loyal to you, it's very easy for you to think there's so many fish in the sea and it's so easy to move on. Well, I don't want to get into babbling on too much. I feel like this was a good show, a good episode. And I thank you guys for listening. I thank you for the support once again. I'm gonna keep it going, keep it consistent. Consistency is the key every day that I'm able to do it. I'm gonna set timers. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna have guests. I'm gonna be answering questions. I'm gonna be ready for criticism. Today I was ready to debate. I wanted to debate somebody uh, that was going to mentally challenge me on these subjects because I don't feel like I'm actually being mentally challenged. So, um, yeah, I've been on a debate ready mode for about a couple hours now, but I do thank everybody for being ready, being listening, liking, sharing, just enjoying the show, learning from the show. This is something that I feel like God has called me to do, and I'm going to keep doing it until He tells me to stop. And I know it's going to help a lot more relationships. Remember, I am not a licensed counselor, but I am. I feel like I am smart enough to help you out just like one. So MPLSMIKID at Yahoo, Gmail, um, Gold Washington on Facebook, MPLSMIKID on Instagram, Twitter, uh, Aspects Lent of a Changing Man on Facebook, and hit me up. Let me know what do you think. You know, we definitely are going to keep this show going. We're definitely trying to help more relationships, get more people involved in the things that are going on. Better music, better thoughts and ways to, talk about this. More energy, is coming for this show. So I do thank you guys for being patient with me to where this is not the most exciting show yet, but we're gonna get it going to where we're bringing some type of excitement into this, so that it can look like we want to be here. And it's an entertainment show too. So thank you guys, and I hope you have a good night.